สวัสดีค่ะ Welcome to Hot Thai Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how Thai people do mixed vegetables. Now the term mixed veg often conjure up this image of a bowl of bland, boring, steamed vegetables that come from a frozen bag. Well, this will change forever the way you look at mixed vegetables. This dish is called Pad Pak Ruam. Pad means to stir fry, Pak is vegetables, and Ruam is mixed. So it's pretty straightforward and it's so good I've actually had people request this dish many times. So let's get started. Vegetable choices. So there are no rules about what vegetables you should be using, but you should get a mix of colors and textures, okay? Because you don't want the whole thing to be green or the whole thing to be leafy. So I'm going to show you what I like and what's commonly used in Thailand. So I've got here some cabbage, some carrots, and the way I cut my carrots is called a roll cut. It makes some really interesting looking pieces. So you basically cut at a 45-degree angle and you keep rolling it and cutting through the cut surface. Some cauliflower, make sure the florets are small. You don't want big trees in the bowl. Now over here I've got some shiitake mushrooms, which I just cut into big-ish slices. These are fresh shiitake. Sugar snap peas, some legumes for some extra protein. Make sure you remove the string that's on the side of the peas, and then I just cut them in half on a bias. And then this is gailan stem or Chinese broccoli. Now the stems I cut into thin pieces like this, and then the leaves I just roughly tear them into bite-sized pieces and I keep them separate. So the way I have them right now is sort of how the order in which they go in. So the cabbage can go in with this bowl here if it'll fit. So that's another key of making good mixed vegetables too, is you time the adding of the vegetables so that everything come out perfectly done. So this is gonna go in first, followed by that, and then the leafy stuff that doesn't take very long. Now the sauce, really simple. I've got some oyster sauce right here. If you are vegetarian and you wanna make this a vegetarian dish, you could also use vegetarian oyster sauce, which they sell. Sometimes they call it vegetarian stir-fry sauce. Just look at the bottle. If it's got sort of a thick texture like oyster sauce, that's what it's meant to replace. Then I've also got some soy sauce. So this is Thai Healthy Boy mushroom soy sauce, my standard ones that I always go to for stir fries. I've got the products that I use listed on my website as well. So I'll put the link to that page so you can go and take a close look at these sauces. But you can use really any kind of soy sauce. I've also got some Golden Mountain sauce, which is a different kind of soy sauce. It's darker and richer. Just adds a little bit of a complexity. I'm gonna add just a little bit of water. You don't have to add it at this point, but I find I always need a little extra water during the stir fry, so I figured why not just add it here, make it a little easier. Now, this sauce is not spicy, but I like to make it a little spicy by adding some chilies. I've got some Thai chilies here. I'm not gonna finely chop them because I actually like the pops of red that they provide. So what I'll do is I'll just crush them. This way, they'll sort of gently infuse into the sauce as you stir fry. So, you'll get a little bit of spiciness. And then this way, no one's gonna accidentally eat a piece of chili because it's so big, right? You can't really miss that. Okay, so I'm gonna add that to my garlic together and we're ready to cook. Got a wok here. You can use a big saute pan if you want. A little bit of vegetable oil, as always. And I'm gonna go in with the garlic and the chilies. Now, I'm using a lot of garlic because you can never have enough garlic. And as you can see, it's mixed veg, right? So you really, it's little things like garlic and chilies that's gonna make it interesting and delicious. Okay, so get that browned. Just a little, just until the garlic starts to turn golden. The smallest bits of garlic are starting to brown. I'm gonna go in with the hard vegetables first. So carrots and cauliflower. Give them a head start because they take a little longer. If your heat is really high and you feel that the garlic is gonna brown too quickly, a little splash of water will cool it down. It'll also help steam the cauliflower and the carrots and cook them a little faster. So give the cauliflower about a minute, and this is why it's important to not cut your cauliflower big, because otherwise it'll take forever. Okay, now the medium hard vegetables, so that's our cabbage, mushrooms, gailan stems, and the snow peas. And then I'm also gonna add the sauce right at this point. And now Just give everything a toss until they're almost done. A little sugar just to cut the saltiness, just a teaspoon. That looks good already. How done you like the vegetables is sort of up to you, whether you like them softer, cook them longer, if you like them crunchy, you know, a couple minutes will do. What I'm looking for is when the cabbage starts to become soft, that's when I pull it off, for me, okay? But for you, it might be different, sort of depending on how you like the vegetables. The harder parts of the cabbage is starting to be soft now. So I am good. I'm gonna go in with the last thing, which is our leafy greens, the kailan leaves. Looks like a lot, but it'll wilt. Now don't be too eager to add water if it looks dry, because as the vegetables cook, they will give off quite a bit of liquid. So what looks dry now might not be dry in just a few seconds. Okay, that's it. Ooh, that chilies. Always have this with some jasmine rice. And by the way, this is jasmine rice that I just cooked on the stove without a rice cooker. And if you want to know how to do that, I have a video for that. So as you can see, as it sits, there's quite a bit of sauce that comes out, right? So stir fries always do this. There's always more sauce than you think there is. Over my rice right here, especially that sauce. And this goes well with any Thai dish. And this is one of those things that Thai people have when we just need some vegetables on the table, you know? Oh, who knew vegetables could be this good? Seriously, it's just a bunch of vegetables, carefully selected, and a few sauces, and it will change forever the way you look at mixed vegetables. Crunchy, lots of texture going on, garlicky and a little spicy. And this isn't even a side dish. I can just have this with rice in there. That's my dinner. Super healthy too. So the recipe, as always, is on hotthaikitchen.com. When you make it, send me a photo. I love seeing your photos as always on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. And if you haven't subscribed to the show, do so right here so you never miss an episode. And I will see you next time for your next delicious Thai meal.